Well, the Wolverine Cup is, it's just competition, a little friendly competition between all of my social studies classes and all of Mrs. Redford's social studies classes. We do it at the end of the first semester over content from the entire year, and I win every year.
So last year's Wolverine competition, Wolverine Cup, was actually my first year ever participating in this challenge because it was my first year at Aubry Bend.
Last year's competition was pretty exciting. I'll admit I was a little scared that we were going to lose and not pull it off.
My students did awesome. We actually tied Mr. Beat's class, and we had to have a runoff or a tiebreaker in the spring.
We were down by like 3 points and ended up coming back at the very end, only winning by 1 point. So it was quite a scare.
It came down to the very last question, and unfortunately my team fell a little bit short, but we're out for revenge this year, and it's going to be a different scenario, I'm here to tell you.
This year we've got obstacle courses. We've got, I have the kids doing Pilates, some push-ups, some burpees, you know, just to be physically prepared because it physically takes a lot out of you. And oh yeah, we also learn a lot about social studies. Like I'm going hardcore with the higher level questioning, and I make sure that my tests are really hard, just as hard as possible, and then I give an unreasonable amount of homework to all the kids.
My students are already prepared. I mean, I don't have to do a thing. They know their stuff. They've studied all semester. They are super smart, top of the 7th grade students. So prepare? They don't need to prepare. They can just sit back and relax because they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it done. And I might even use a little bribery, but I don't think I'll have to do that either.
How do I think I will do this year? Well, we're going to kick their butts. I mean, let's face it, this is a dynasty that I've created. I have built a system. There is no way that you can bring the system down unless, like, she, you know, secretly has some college professors that are students of hers. I don't think this is... no offense to Mrs. Redford's students. They're great kids. I love them. I have some of them in guided study. But they just can't beat my students because they're just... I'm the best teacher ever.
There is no question in my mind that my students will beat Mr. Beat. No question, hands down. And I think we just need to bring him off his high horse because he's just a bit overconfident, wearing his little hats and singing songs about dead presidents. I just think that overconfidence is going to kill him.
Hello, 7th graders. I have the prediction. I believe Miss Redford will win this year because she is tired of losing. And let me tell you, I've heard her competitive and I've seen her competitive nature. So, go Redford!
I think that Miss Redford will win the Wolverine Cup. Her class is going to be superb. She is the underdog. She's out to beat Mr. Beat. Beat, go.
I think Mr. Beat's gonna win, and all of his kids, because he's a Jayhawk, and Jayhawks always win.
Aubry Bend Wolverines. You know who's gonna win the Wolverine Cup this year?
Mrs. Redford.
Everyone.
She's the best teacher ever.
They study and they learn. Besides that, though, Mr. Beat is gonna win.
Beatbox?
Beat.
He's a musician, not a teacher.
Dude, it's Beat for sure. Come on.
Redford!
Beat!
Redford!
Beat!
Redford!
Beat!
Redford!
I've been on this team for 3 years, and I've been keeping pretty close track of the data. It's been pretty close, but this year I feel pretty confident I'm pulling for Redford. She has great lunch choices. She has fantastic hair. Have you seen the woman in the yellow scarf? She just rocks it, and I don't think Mr. Beat can really hold a candle to that. He does have good videos, but I really think it's Redford for the win this year. The numbers don't lie.
Miss Redford is definitely going to win this year. She hasn't won yet, and judging by Mr. Beat's beard growing skills, he's got no shot. It's all Miss Redford.
My friend Elvis thinks that Mr. Beat might win just because he's a musician. However, I would like to say that Mr. Beat has won far too many years, and he's not been a good sportsman about it. He has rubbed Mrs. Redford's face in it and said that he's going to win. I think, as a show of sportsmanship, he should stop his nasty comments. And I think Mrs. Redford will win because Mr. Beat's far too cocky.